Can I ask Bilal to share your views tonight with us? Yeah, sure.
To the world, she was mine. To me, she was my mother. As we approach the 3rd anniversary of that dark day embedded in the history of Pakistan, when our greatest leader and our best hope was ripped from our lives and our future, I am flooded with emotion. Although it is difficult for me to talk about it, it is also important that I do talk about it, to help preserve her legacy, to help make her dream a reality. Thus, I am honoured to be with you today. She accomplished so much, but what I am most focused on is what she might have accomplished had she lived. Like John Kennedy's second term, like the music John Lennon never lived to write, and Beethoven's missing 10th Symphony, we can never know what might have been. What we do know is that there are 86,000 more primary and secondary schools in Pakistan because of Shaheed Benazir Bhutto. That villages all across my country, including the most rural parts, are electrified and have potable water. That under her government, foreign investment in Pakistan quadrupled, energy production doubled, and exports boomed. Under her government, 100,000 female health workers fanned out across the country, bringing healthcare, nutrition, pre- and postnatal care to millions of poor citizens of my country. It was under her government that women were admitted to the nation's courts, that Pakistani women were allowed to participate in international sports, that women's police departments were established to help women who suffered from domestic violence, and women's banks were established to give microloans to women to start small businesses. It was under Shaheed Benazir Bhutto's leadership that cell phones, fiber optics, computers, BBC and CNN were introduced to Pakistan, and the Pakistani software industry blossomed. And it was under her leadership, indeed on her very first day as Prime Minister, that all political prisoners were freed, labour and student unions were legalised, and the press uncensored, with even governmental media opened to her political opponents. It was an amazing record of accomplishment, made even more remarkable by the constraints of 2 short tenures, by constant pressure from a hostile establishment and presidents with the power to sack democratically elected governments. She never had a majority. She was always under siege. As she said, we were in government, but not in power. Yet, she delivered more than any leader in Pakistan's history, and we can only dream of what might have been if she was once again allowed to serve her people. One thing I am certain of: 3/4 billion Muslim women all around the world would have felt empowered, would have rejected limits on their opportunity to learn, to earn, to grow, and to lead. Almost 2 billion Muslims around the world would have seen a modern face of Islam belying the caricature of our great religion in the West. The deformed face that is put on by the jihadists within our own ranks. Modern, moderate, tolerant, pluralistic, and above all, democratic Islam would have not just had a face, but a voice, a true leader, not afraid to challenge dictators, generals, jihadists, or terrorists. That is what we lost on December 27th, 2007. Let me conclude by reading my mother's last words in the edition of her autobiography, published just 9 months before her death. Those words are my rallying cry. Those words guide me home to serve the people of Pakistan. I will never give up on my mother's Pakistan. I will never give up on the woman who sacrificed herself so Pakistan could be free. Her dreams are now my dreams. That is my promise to you, and that is my promise to her. My mother wrote, as I prepare to return to an uncertain future in Pakistan in 2007, I fully understand the stakes not only for my life, for my country, but the entire world. I do what I have to do, and I'm determined to return to fulfill my pledge to the people of Pakistan, to stand by them in their democratic aspirations. I take the risk for the children of Pakistan. It is not about personal power. It is about simple decency and respect for the right of men and women to live in security and dignity and liberty. And now, in this new age of danger, extremism, and terror, it is about something more. Democracy in Pakistan is not just important for Pakistanis. It is important for the entire world. In this age of exploitation and radical interpretation of my beloved religion, we must always remember that democratic governments do not empower, protect, and harbor terrorists. A democratic Pakistan, free from the yoke of military dictatorship, would cease to be the petri dish of the pandemic of international terrorism. I know it sounds idealistic, and to some unrealistic, but after all these years, I still maintain my faith that time, justice, and the forces of history are on the side of democracy. Some people might not understand what drives me forward into this uncharted and potentially dangerous crossroads of my life. Too many people have sacrificed too much. Too many have died. Too many people see me as their remaining hope for liberty for me to stop fighting now. With my faith in God, I put my faith in the hands of my people. Those were her words, and now they are mine. Thank you.